I hope yours goes better than last one I took all day.
Yeah.
Well, I told
You're
him,
live.
we're live, all right, we're live, we got 1 minute to go, Marcy.
Last one I took is up in our hour now.
Really?
With the Scrappies.
Hopefully I'll be there. Quoted me a good price, I couldn't turn down that. They come down quite a bit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Up to you, they're live.
Call to order, or the, let me call it to order here. There any public comments, anybody in there on the computer? No. Roll call,
Nope.
okay. Roll call.
Roll call.
Why is that in there? We need approval of the minutes.
All three of you are here.
Oh.
I'll make a motion of approving the minutes.
I'll second that.
I'm still stuck on the roll call.
I think it's just because of how the layout is.
Items of business, police chief report.
Okay, so for February, we had 19 reports this month. 4 were crash/accidents.
Wow.
4 largely from autos, as everybody knows. 2 stolen vehicles. That's because they were unlocked vehicles and people left their keys in their vehicle. Well, the good news is found both vehicles in Lansing undamaged, so that was good. 1 death investigation, driving while license suspended, another for driving revoked. 1 report of child abuse, 1 investigation with adult protective services, and 1 domestic assault. There were 1,411 patrol miles. Last month, we had 52 traffic stops, 29 traffic tickets issued, 24 for speed. We did have 1 that was ticketed for leaving the scene of an accident. He thought he should drive his vehicle down to Alltech to get repaired. That didn't go well for him. Ordinance violations, 1 abandoned vehicle, 1 for trash. Last month did attend the Chiefs Conference in Grand Rapids, which was on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And Councilmember Beavers talked me into doing a class for junior achievement. So we did that at the elementary school with 5th graders, which actually went pretty good. They were very attentive and had lots of questions, so that worked out pretty good. So then I talked about police and fire. So told them if they wanted to be a career firefighter, they only had to work 9 days a month. Because they work 24-hour shifts. So some of them thought that might be pretty good.
Hit them early.
Yes. Other than that, where I'm still cleaning up from the mess that our friends from Lansing when they came to town. So there's still a few reports out there that I got to finish up. And the 1 report probably take about 9 or 10 months, depending on when the MSP crime lab gets back with me. So other than that, also for Shiawassee County, we have training coming up in May for active shooter training. So that's going to be held again in Owasso for police, fire, EMS. And we've also invited the school administrators, principals and superintendents to attend so that they know what may be involved. They may or may not show up. That's up to them.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
But they've been invited. Also, the new law went into effect on confiscation of handguns for mentally challenged people or having a mental crisis. So as a county, we are working on a new policy. The judge, we met with the circuit court judge, Judge Stewart, because he's the only one that can order that in Shiawassee County for us to take someone's handguns or weapons. So the judge said he's predominantly going to have court hearings If somebody petitions someone due to their mental competency, whether or not they should have guns, both parties are gonna be called into court. If it's based on a police response, the police are requesting that the judge look at it, then the other person would not need to be in court. Then depending on whether the judge agrees or disagrees, there may also be an anticipatory search warrant that may be done. Because typically if both parties go to court and the judge tells the individual, you have to turn over your guns, they have 24 hours to turn over the guns. If they don't turn over their guns to law enforcement, then law enforcement is supposed to go get the guns. Well, that could have a big problem because now you're dealing with somebody that has a mental issue with the police going to confiscate the guns. So we're looking at what would be our plan on that, because typically you'd use a tactical team / SWAT team if somebody had mental issue with guns. However, SWAT teams are not going to do that. So the police chiefs are getting together to see what our protocol is going to be reference to that, because we don't want somebody getting injured or killed in regard to this. So we have a meeting coming up this Thursday with all the police chiefs to start working on that policy, and see where that goes. If the officer is approved by the judge to get that, again, with the anticipatory search warrant, we would still have to knock on the door and ask them to comply with the court order to hand over their guns. If they say no, at that point, we're then allowed to go in to take the guns. Again, is that something that we're gonna want to do? So there's a lot of stuff that we have to get ironed out with this new law. Also, with part of that new law is that parents can be charged if their kids discharge the weapon and somebody's injured at the home or a child's
Yep.
injured. So that whole new law went into effect as well. So the legislators enacted the law. However, we didn't even get the information until the day after the law was went into effect.
Wow.
So MSP and Lean is also working on that, because then all that information was supposed to be entered in Lean, and that was not even up and running yet. So there's a lot of things that still are in the works of getting it running.
Is that state or national? State of it.
Pardon?
Is that state or national?
State. So we'll see where that goes. They referred it to also as the red flag law. Other states have it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
We'll see where that goes. My patrol car, the siren was working intermittently, so I brought it back down to Brighton, and they actually replaced the whole module with it, because if they push down on it in the back, the control box, then it would work. So they took it out, nothing was rattling, but there was something wrong with it, so it got replaced. I figured do it now while it's under warranty, so.
Right.
That's working good, so. That's kind of all I had. Officer Sparks is supposed to be in contact me. He'll be back in May, start working again, so. All right now. Any questions?
Other? I like you've been busy.
Mhm.